Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 13 NFL previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. It will be the Sunday Night Football game on NBC. And while certainly not the most glamorous matchup here for a Sunday Night Football game when you have a 3-8 Redskins team versus a 4-7 New York Giants team, there has been a lot of drama attached to these two teams all season, most notably in Washington. I mean, you have the whole RG3's dad going into the locker room last weekend and people getting real caught up in that. You have his potential problems with the Shanahans, both Kyle and Mike, which I think is a bigger deal. I'm going to do a separate video on the RG3 and his dad's situation and what I think of that, so be sure to check that out. But sticking to the actual football on the field, you know, the disconnect between Kyle Shanahan and RG3 is pretty clear. And when you throw in the fact that Kyle Shanahan's dad's the head coach, this just has a recipe for disaster. And, you know, if someone survives this, it's going to be RG3 because of all they've given up to get him. And, you know, as far as RG3 goes in his play this year, Ahmad Brooks, I thought, had some interesting statements after the game last week versus the 49ers. It's pretty clear RG3 from a health standpoint is not there yet. And when you combine that with the fact that teams are game planning against his planned runs, it's led to pretty much disaster for him this year. And I still think RG3 can play from the pocket, but I think he's got to be fully healthy and he's got to have a full offseason under him to be able to do that. And in this game versus the Giants, look, the Giants defense has been better in the last month plus here. A lot of that has been against subpar offenses, but let's face it, right now the Redskins are a subpar offense. And I think the Giants will be, obviously, having played RG3 a number of times now, will be ready for the planned runs. We'll see how the Giants can match up against that running game that Washington will certainly try to establish more here with Alfred Morris. And on the flip side, how does that Redskins defense, react to a Giants offense that has really had a renewed attitude as far as running the football since Andre Brown has been back? Do the Giants get Akeem Nicks back this week, who didn't play last week? And you saw when he didn't play, it really allowed the Cowboys to zero in a lot of their coverages and double teams on Victor Cruz and made Victor Cruz a lot less effective in that game versus Dallas. So even if Nicks can be a decoy out there, I think he's worth suiting up. And we'll see if he gets the requisite practice time that he needs, apparently. That reason for him missing the game is a little puzzling to me last week. But, you know, both these teams in a big state of flux. I just think that Redskins situation has a potential to get even worse. While the Giants, I think you still get a good effort out of them. The even-tempered Eli Manning playing better in recent weeks. I know he threw for almost just a 50% completion percentage last week, but he didn't turn the ball over. They were able to run the ball. They were able to come back when they got down early against the Cowboys. And again, their defense is playing better. They're flying to the ball more since John Beeson got there. Antro Roll's done a good job in the back end, sort of galvanizing the guys back there. So I think in this game, I think these are two pretty evenly matched teams when you consider all the flaws they have. I think in the end, though, I like a more balanced Giants offense and an opportunistic Giants defense as opposed to the Washington defense. Man, I can't get past how bad that defense is, to be honest with you. The 49ers were not playing overly good offense going in there last week, and they absolutely they did whatever they wanted against that Redskins defense. So that defense worries me. I like the Giants +1 on the road here in Washington. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and recap every game every week, and I'm always talking the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.